we got Dave, you fool. Another author that we heard the name quite a couple times, and we're going to hear the name quite a couple more times for sure. I might actually close the window nonetheless because I don't want it to get in here too cold too fast, because I still have work to do, some stuff to do involving this thing after the stream. So I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be 15 degrees Celsius in this room already. So let me just close the window. I'll open it up before I go to bed again. But yes, the last one we have from Dave is 2835, which was the old cartoon that is horribly animated. It's like a really old cartoon that's just it does actually exist, and there are 6 episodes that are like 5 minutes long, probably even shorter than that to be honest. And the animation is horrendous. But this is now the version of that show that is aware that people hate it, and it will curse you out. It will know everything about you. So if you do criticize it, it will explode. It will not explode like actually like physically explode, more like verbally. It will verbally explode and threaten you. So be a little bit cautious around it, basically. So that was the last one we have from Dave, you fool. Now we have Notes from the Under. And this is also the SCP that has the 4K extension tale, which is part of a bigger story, how Howard explained it to me. So yeah. We will read the extension. We will read the 4K. We will read the 4K tale. Because I think if it is part of the SCP, we should read it at the end. We don't have to read the whole thing, of course. But here we go. Object class Euclid. Faculty procedures -A is to remain at area 2922 at least one project. Organic staff member must be ready to answer transferred calls from -A 24 hours a day. -B's research of -C is to continue as Delta level priority to the Foundation. Details of the SB2922 medic implementation procedure are restricted to Project Organic internal operations staff only. Selection for an SB2922 implanted candidate to take the place of -B is underway. Next one is important lore-wise, and it's basically the introduction to a QOY. Your thing is a QOY you have already read about, but this is from where they originated. Okay, I'll see how that goes. Also, this is a highly rated SCP right here, 741. That's pretty good. Description. SB2922 is a method of communication from a human mind to a telephone. Once a human is implanted with SB2922, they will be able to make phone calls to a pre-established phone number at any time. The method by which the phone receives these calls is not entirely understood, as it does not involve standard telecommunication signals. It's a D&D spell sending. Hey, how's it going? SB2922 was developed by the corporation initially as a novelty smartphone app. The project was then promptly discontinued when it was discovered that actual telepathy, not the natural electricity of the brain, were involved, and the prototype was never released. Despite its nature as an app, a landline can be designated as the destination number as well. -A is a brand telephone of a model commonly seen in office building environments. Its number is redacted, which is the destination number for -B. -B is a Foundation scientist, Dr. Janet Spiegel. Spiegel is German for mirror, who volunteered to be implanted with SB2922. -C is -B's current location as of 11/25, 2014, believed to be an extra-dimensional realm. Addendum 1. Project Copernic. On the 11/25, 2014, 2 months into the implant, -B was killed in a car accident. 2 hours later, a call was received on -A. Sorry, you have the wrong... Oh, thank God, you picked up. It's Janet. We're not in the mood for prank calls. Dr. Janet Spiegel, Foundation email, jspiegel01, password, social security number. Not kidding. Am I dead? Hold on. I'm gonna verify these credentials. Verified. We just got the call. Police said your car got T-boned by a drunk and you were dead on arrival. But if you reached this phone, you can't be dead. Car crash. At least that makes sense. Last thing I remember was trying to drive through some rain. Now I'm naked in the middle of the desert with... Ashby hesitates. Janet? Come in, Janet. Sorry, just... I'm actually truly dead, and whatever place this is, I'm not leaving ever. I need a while to adjust. I'll update you on my condition soon. I promise, but I need a moment to take it in. I'm warning myself, if that makes any sense. Alright, just stay calm. Get back to us when you can. Good luck. Yeah. Thanks. I'll need it. What a fucking dumbass response. You hear from one of your fellow researchers, one of your colleagues is like, "Oh shit, I'm dead. I actually am dead. I think I'm in a place I cannot leave. I will try to figure things out, and come back to you once I do." Okay, just you know, stay calm about it and reach us out when you can. Thanks. Very reassuring. Very reassuring for you to like not even like a oh no. Oh, that is a man. Wait, you're dead? Damn, no. No, immediately like yeah, just stay calm about it and come back to us when you can. You have to like making it sound like somebody's going shopping and I couldn't find like one essential item. Attempts to trace the call yield nothing. And then one Project Copernic, by the command of the O5 Council, Project Copernic was started to use -B to explore and ascertain the true nature of -C. Project Copernic interview log. PCO2. What does the sky look like? Dark? Very dark. Sea green sky, black clouds, no stars, but it doesn't look like it's nighttime. I don't even know if this place has daytime and nighttime. There's a couple moons, I guess. 3 white ones. Is there a sun? No, I think it's just these moons for now. Temperature? Cold, I'd say. Cold. I'd say about 10 degrees Celsius. But there's no wind, so that's nice, I guess. 10 degrees Celsius is pretty... like I said, I don't want my room to be 15 degrees Celsius. It's like... In the daytime, it's 10 degrees Celsius outside right now, so and he's butt naked. It's cold. Any other life forms? Negative. No animals, no people, no wind, no sound. Dead silence. The sound of my breath is kind of... The sound of my breath is kind of loud. You can breathe. Yeah. They got my body, or at least a duplicate. How do you feel? Emotionally or physically? The former is still pretty awful, to be honest. The latter? I am not in pain. I'm not hungry. I don't feel like I need to do anything. Listen. Can I speak to my husband? I'll have to take that up with O5. Okay, really press for it if you can. I miss him so much already. Noted. I'll bet he does too. Noted. Again. The charisma of a cactus. The reassurance of rat poisoning in your own system. How about this? I'm going to walk straight line in one direction for a very long time. As soon as I see something other than sand, I'll contact you again. Sounds good. We'll be here whenever you got something. Ashby hangs up. Dr. Blank is a surprising show for being the first living person to discover the afterlife. Yeah, honestly. But also to be fair, it's the SCP world. The fact that there's an afterlife probably doesn't shock anybody. We have that one SCP where like people have died and then come back to life and be like, yeah, I saw the afterlife. It sucks. We cannot die. We have to stay alive as long as possible because it sucks to die. And whatever waits for us at the end of the tunnel is not good. PC03. You there? Wait. Oh yeah. Other way around. You there? Janet. What do you have for us? Some real freaky shit. I was just getting for the base of some mountains. How long has it been since I last called? 5 days. And I'm not tired or hungry either, that's weird. Anyway, I found another life form, I think. Human? Bipedal? Mammalian? That's where the human similarities end. Bigger than the surrounding mountains. Wild guess it's about 2,000 meters high. That fucking Jesus. Slow moving, primate of some kind. Came out of the mountains after I heard some sound. I heard some sound like a long, slow drum beat. Its footsteps. Matte black fur all over. Only different colors where it's two glowing white eyes, like searchlights. I don't think it had a mouth. Anyway, I think I've got some kind of confirmation that this is the afterlife, if not the afterlife. It stepped on me. It attacked you. More out of curiosity, I think. Just wanted to see how much force my body could stand from its foot. It wasn't angry. Hell, I'd say it was even polite about smashing me in its own stupid little way. You were crushed flat. And you're still talking to us. Every wound regenerates here. Hurt like hell for about 2 minutes, but my skin and bones put itself back together in just a few seconds. And where is this primate? Went off into the desert. I think just as lost as I am. I'm seeing some fire in a small valley. Appears man-made from campfires. People! I see people! How many? Hundreds! Looking in this valley, they all just sort of huddle up. All of them naked as I am. Some of them are buried waist up in the ground. Why the hell would they do that? Do they appear to be suffering? No, I think they're buried themselves. Like, maybe they're at peace with their conditions, just want a place to relax. Ashby hesitates. It'll be me soon, won't it? Stay calm. Look, I've given you insights to something you couldn't possibly imagine seeing in your time at the Foundation. I'm going to ask in return that you let me talk to my husband. Head check report 5. The only people you are authorized to speak with are Project Copernic personnel. Then hire him. He has an art history degree. I doubt he'd be able to last long in a scientific environment for reasons other than to contact you. Fuck it. Dashby hangs up. Oh, is he going to contact... She's going to contact the husband by herself. Dr. Blank's like, no need to worry, we'll be here for you. I like that Dr. Blank says, stay calm. Like it's all fine. You're talking to a woman who's seeing the afterlife who got squashed by a giant, like a 2 kilometer sized primate. He's like, just stay calm about it. This stay calm is almost as bad as the other stay calm from the Usky interview. Almost. P04. Good news. Yes. A wagon came to the human camp, driven by a guy in a white robe and a skeletal horse. As we're being taken to the Elysian Fields. Paradise, basically. Interesting. You don't sound too happy about it. Yeah, sure. FB hangs up. Wow. Yeah, she is getting sassy, isn't she? Then do. After PCO4, no further transmissions have been received from the from Dash B for 7 months. Multiple attempts were made to contact Dash B through a phone call. All had failed. Project Copernic was put on hiatus until a voicemail was recovered from Dash A. PCO5. Voicemail recording begins. This is Janet. I've been following your efforts to track me down. It helps when you won the favor of the 7th data expunged. All it took was for me to tell you of a field of reeds where everyone's happy forever, and you wanted more. Why? So that you can all have an excuse to die? So you can skip the training and jump right into mission blinds? Cowards. Look. Everything was true. Right up until the Grim Reaper came in a wagon. Even the giant monkey wasn't a fabrication. After that, the truth is much more complicated. There's a very easy way for me to tell you what actually happens after you die. I want to talk to my husband. If your fear and hatred of civilians prompts you first for knowledge and you decide to not follow through, I'll know. And then you'll never know. Dr. Janet Spiegel, Drazdu did expunge the impenetrable, signing off. Recording ends. I understand what she's trying to do. She's like, it's like, oh yeah, like you show no care for me and what I actually want. I want to like talk to my husband. So I made shit up, and you actually bought it. You think it's real, And you probably now are relieved to know, like, oh, you know, there's paradise waiting for you. No, not true. PCO 6, 2922 access required. On the 6th, 14th, 15th, MTF Psi 8, the silencers raided the home of Hermann Spiegel, widower to Dr. Janet Spiegel, after detecting a voicemail from an anomalous source similar to the one received by -A. Upon discovery, Mr. Spiegel threw the phone at the wall in an attempt to destroy it and was shot. The phone was unharmed and his voicemail was uncovered. Janet Spiegel is kind of a badass, actually. And what Dr. says, she is. I mean, I always love when people who are ex-Foundation members get treated like how, you know, how anomalies get treated by the Foundation, and realize like, oh, this is some bullshit. This some like, oh no, this, like the way you're treating me, don't like that. Voicemail recording begins. It's me. I know you might have doubts, but you are standing in your silly silk PJs looking at your phone like you're just going crazy. It's 3:54 a.m. where you are. This is Janet, and I'm contacting you from beyond the grave. You're not crazy. Now listen carefully, because it was hard enough to send this to a phone that wasn't -A, and to expunge the impenetrable can only work so much magic. He's friendlier than he sounds, trust me, on a first name basis. That's not important. Some guys from the Foundation task force are headed to our house. They'll be there in less than 10 minutes. I can see this. I have some help. This is MTF Psi 8 that's after you. Really Black Ops Foundation stuff. They have a policy of not taking prisoners. You're about to die. Wait, does her husband know about what she does? Isn't that like usually a no-go? Look, I know you're very scared right now. I wish I could be there. Your dead wife is telling you you're about to die, and I know that scares you. Especially since you're an atheist, but I assure you there is an afterlife. There are millions of afterlives. There are as many different ones as there are different types of people. I'm in one of the preferable ones, and you can be here with me if you follow my path. There isn't much I can say about the journey without compromising the whole thing, but you've been preparing for this journey your whole life. You've been given instructions along the way. You just didn't know they were at the time. Look back to your most important memories. There's not hell or heaven or purgatory. It's the final exam. There's just a few things to remember. 1. Never give up. I know you can reach me. You're the strongest and bravest guy I know. 2. Follow the moon on the left. Get to the valley on the Striders and ask the three-faced tree where the spy went. It will make sense when you get there. Can I just say, I think this has been like the type of wholesome that we kind of expected to get after the trauma from yesterday. Because like now we have a wife from the afterlife telling her husband what to do in the afterlife to get back to her. It's a romantic adventure to reunite again. Yeah, of course, at the end, like, Herm is gonna get killed by the Foundation, from the sounds of it. But I think it's really sweet that, like, she's, like, calling her husband, be like, this is what you gotta do, come back to me. And the husband probably will do that. And no mechanic, you cannot have the dead ex-wife, well, not ex-wife, she's still, they're about to be back together again, you cannot have the dead wife. There are just a few things to remember. 1, yeah, okay. 3, do not do anything that will make anyone angry. If a strider wants to kill you, let it. You regenerate, it's harmless. I think that's their way of saying hello. It happened to me. Things can't die here, but there's something worse. Whatever you do, do not get sent back by the striders or the 8 that are expunged. I can say what that is without making it happen to you, but you don't want it. 4, most importantly, shit, they had your door. Remember what I told you? Delete this voicemail, smash his phone to pieces, they must never know. I've got Dude expunged. The impenetrable on my side, and he'll do what he can to help you along the way. For the record, he believes in you too. And that's high praise considering that it comes from a being of his power. I'll be watching, win or lose. I love you forever. Recording ends. Awesome. Following PC-06, Operation Galat is officially in effect. So this must be the... Oh, okay, I see. Oh, here we go. Okay, no, we have some stuff. Cool. Yeah, this is the extra stuff. I would say we will read it. This is the 4K extra words that we're gonna read. I do want to read it because it seems pretty cool. Project Cobanic Operation Galahad briefing. Wait, hold on. Let me just first double check things. No, it seems to be all included, all based on the actual SCP. Yes, okay, we'll read it. So pass a hostile, hall and range by bridge and ford by park and pale. All arm I ride whatever betide, until I find the Holy Grail. Dear Galahad, Lord Alfred Tennyson. Wasn't Galahad also somebody who was an Arthurian knight? By accessing this document, you have verified your clearance for Project Cobanic. If you are an unauthorized user, close this window immediately, or Magnetic Kill agents Asupanipal 7 will be deployed. PC, okay, yeah. And a little phone. Okay. Forward. This is a message to all members of the newly formed Mobile Task Force Omega 16 Grail Knights. Aha. First of all, congratulations. You weren't chosen at random. Your hand-to-hand combat abilities, skills of judgment, and stamina are all exceptional, among other things. Cobanic is a very strange place in that you will have no earthly weapons available, and all of your tools will either need to be found, invented, or present on your body. You were chosen for this mission because your bodies are some of the most capable bodies for exploration and combat available. The problem remains, however, whether or not any living soldier is strong enough to navigate and map Cobanic. One of our scientists made our own pass through the place. We'll get to her later. But it is crucial that the Foundation understand as much about Cobanic as possible. It's a very important realm to the Foundation and humanity at large, for reasons that unfortunately cannot be disclosed to you. I am happy to note that none of you have read the documentation for SB2922. Hopefully, I would not have... Hey, first of all, how dare you say that? I have. Okay, Henry has. People, the Pro-Fros in my chat have. You take that back. We read the article. You take that fucking back now. Hopefully I will not have to stress the importance of not breaking into a document long since labeled for level 5 clearance. I will tell you all you need to know. And for all intents and purposes what the Foundation does know about the extra-dimensional realm known to us now as Cobanic. The most important thing to remember about Cobanic is that it is home of an enemy of the Foundation. We will capture her. End of discussion. I'll be watching. Win or lose, we secure, we contain, and we protect. Dr. Isaiah Henderson, Project Cobanic Director. Primary objective, locate and capture SCP PC-001. A traitor to the Foundation was using PC-005 to actively work against Foundation operations and harbor knowledge crucial to the safety of humanity. Secondary objective, explore... sorry, but I'm falling asleep due to the change in our... Is the music weird for you guys too? Does the music sound glitched out for you guys? Or is it just me? But yeah, no problem, Casabon. You go to bed. Take care. The Af was with you. It sounds fine. I think it must be my headphones then. That's weird. Yeah, even wait, listen to this. Is it okay? Let me increase the volume. Yeah, it's glitchy. Okay, so it's not. It's not my headphones. I was like, I was listening to the music going like that, and I was like, what's going on? That's weird. It's just stuck like that for now. Okay, let me just close the iTunes for now. I'll fix it afterwards. The most important thing. What was I? Yeah, I'll be watching. No, okay, explore and provide information by company. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I was so distracted. I forgot I read everything already. New entries will be added as Operation Galahad progresses. Area -C Kobenic. Access to Kobenic is done through the highly experimental procedure 42 Humbaba, during which a human subject must be put into medically induced coma. Extraction involves awakening from this coma. Communication between MTF Omega 16 operators in Kobenic and Project Kobenic personnel on Earth will be done through the one-way telepathic mind-to-phone implant known as SB2922. Provisions. There are not yet any known sources of food and water in Kobenic, but a human subject in Kobenic will not experience hunger or thirst and will possess levels of energy that render rest unnecessary. Injuries are also prone to regenerate. Area overview. Kobenic is an extra-dimensional realm of undefined volume. The human population of Kobenic believes that it is some form of afterlife. For all intents and purposes, it is an extra-dimensional area that can be temporarily accessed through 42 Humbaba. Whether or not it is a form of afterlife is not important. Gravity, air, and temperature readings are all similar to that of Earth. The sky maintains a pea-green color. Weather is generally unchanged. Temperature is usually breezy cold. There's no sun, but light is sustained over the area by 3 moons. There are no day or night cycles. Only 2 major areas of Kobenic have been determined to exist. Honestly, this would be a cool video game idea. Or a cool movie. One or the other. The Great Desert, the most currently well understood area, consists of a large expanse of sand. Once a human subject gains access to Kobenic, they will awaken in a random area of the Great Desert with no clothes or possessions. Other humanoids tend to regenerate inside the Great Desert, having expressed recent memory of dying. That's why they were saying you have excellent like combat abilities, because like you will not be able to use weapons in here. The Valley of the Striders. On one edge of the Great Desert is a mountain range known as the Valley of the Striders. This area can be accessed by following the leftmost moon in the sky through the desert for as long as possible. The valley is home to a particularly dangerous native species of primate, the Striders, its namesake. A nomadic society of humans also live in the valley, as does an entity known as the Three-Faced Tree. SCP -PC-06. I'm just gonna say that. New discovered areas. The Bogle Mountain, a mountain in the center of the Valley of the Striders, believed to be over 30 kilometers in height. Jesus. The peak of Bogle Mountain, which is above the cloud layer and has not yet been observed, is said to contain the castle of -PC-07. Bogle Mountain is frequented by Striders, who are often found climbing the mountain. Yeah, no wonder. I mean, if the Striders are like 2 kilometers big, of course the mountain is also huge. The river Tok, river of grayish sludge that winds through the Valley of the Striders. Squadron 12 has been advised to follow the path of this river. Sludge is organic in composition. Agent S12-4 believes the river to be a gigantic amoeba of some form. Analysis ongoing. Guys, let me ask you. Let's make a little guessing game. Will they find Janet? And if they do find Janet, will they actually get Janet like terminated? And you can say yes, that's what's going to happen, or say no, that's not going to happen, or you can say what I would like to happen is this. I personally would like that Janet actually, you know, because I'm a sucker for romance, I would like that her husband managed to get through and they succeeded, and then everything protects Janet and her husband now from the Foundation. She is now the queen of the afterlife. That is what I would like. The Marble Hall, found by Squadron 12 following the path of the River Tok on the left moon side. A large cubic structure of stone, several kilometers to each side, inhabited by thousands of humans in a hedonistic society of perpetual orgy. Oh. Narrow central stairway through the center is the only known entrance. This area is equally praised and feared by the local human settlements, ruled by -PC008. The Chitin Sea, source of the River Tok, found by following the right moon from the Great Desert or the Valley of the Striders. Immeasurably large biomass with top layer of thin chitin and deep layers underneath of unidentifiable organs and liquefied tissue. Passage across the top layer on foot is possible, though 5 personnel have been irretrievably lost in attempt when the layer cracked under pressure and subsequently regenerated. All agents are advised to avoid this area unless passage is crucial to the primary objective. The Croaking Cave, found by following the coal-bound hair from the Great Desert, subterranean cave of currently unknown length. Interior covered in an average 3 inches of snow. Temperature is a constant 8 degrees Celsius, named for the sound produced by PC010. Inhabited by an estimated 100 PC04. Settled together in a single village tended by PC011. Ten might be found, but perhaps something will happen with their husband. Okay. Greenleaf Woods. And Steph, what do you think? What do you want to happen with Janet? Greenleaf Woods, located adjacent to the entrance of the Croaking Cave. Forested area, exact size unknown, populated mostly by evergreens. Site of -PC012 residents before its elimination. PC013 currently resides in its southern part. The Black Temple. Beyond the Greenleaf Woods, a peculiar symmetrical structure can be found, crafted from large black rocks of undisclosed composition. Disfigured loud noises emanate from within this construction, yet a comprehensive documentation of its interior remains elusive. There has been no formal exploration conducted in the structure. However, nearby human settlements conjectured that it may serve as a hideout for PC-14. Instances of PC-14 have occasionally been observed emerging from this structure, prompting beliefs regarding its nature. The savanna, found by venturing through or around the Black Temple, it opens to a vast savanna filled with dead flora. The savanna brush and trees are all without leaves, and the wood is an unnatural bone tan. There are fields of wilted sea reeds, yet despite their wilting, they are still numerous enough to maintain a thick field. PC-15, PC-16, and PC-17 are all located in this area, making it highly dangerous. Okay, so that's what we now know how the Copernic looks like, and we have some optics specifically to this place. New entries will be as Operation Galahad progresses. Okay, so we have PC-01. Pet level hostile. Unknown, so that's our Janet. Human, female, African American. Oh, she's black! Hell yeah. no wonder she's sassy as hell. 33 years old, formerly a Foundation scientist known as Dr. Janet Spiegel. Implanted with SB2922, was the first explorer of Copernic, betrayed the Foundation when refused to meet special demands regarding her husband. Supplied false information and broke off contact. Is obfuscating information regarding Copernic, crucial to the safety of humanity. Husband is PC-02, allied with PC-005 to hinder Foundation operations. And then we have the husband, active, location unknown, likely in the separate area from PC-001. Human, male, Caucasian of Swiss. I did not expect a Swiss husband. Whoa. Swiss descent, 37 years old, formerly a civilian known as Hermann Spiegel. That's where the Spiegel name comes from. That makes sense. Access Copernic in an attempt to locate 001, assisted by PC-005 through as of yet unknown means. User as a hostage has rise to negotiate with PC-001. Wow. I did not expect that. PCO3 Striders, hostile. Location value of the Striders, occasionally Great Desert. Description: bipedal primates of tremendous size, most recently encountered specimen during Project Galahad, estimated to be at least 3 kilometers in height, known to wander Kobenic without any apparent purpose. Peaceful when unprovoked, often attacks humans but gently, as if to observe. Kobenic's omnipresent healing factor. As if to observe Kobenic's... yeah. If provoked with weapons or counterattacks, Striders will not physically attack but make vocalization that can cause a variety of effects on humans, including petrification of human flesh, teleportation to an unknown area, and negation of the healing factor. Oh shit, they can just turn healing factor off. As such, Striders are to be ignored if possible, and Strider attacks are to be dealt with passively. They will occasionally collect human subjects from the mountain to feed PC-007. We have 004, minimal. Location all. PC-004 is a blanket entry for all other humans in Kobenic. Permission may be gathered if the subject is not hostile. No anomalous qualities save for regenerative factor for all things in Kobenic. Many instances of PC-004 taking up permanent residency in the Valley of the Striders in villages and other settlements. Known sources of clothes and building materials include Strider hair, stone, mud, and grass. So I can befriend the Striders, you can befriend the Striders. 005, the impenetrable, dangerous, unknown, likely with PC-001. Hostile reality-bending entity working alongside PC-001 and assisting PC-002. Entity resembles a massive spider, shape-shifting elements unknown. 7th godlike being of a council of 8. Little is known about this entity, but it had been encountered previously by the Foundation in transdimensional experiments with SCP. That was weird. An SCP. What is happening? Assaulting the deaths of 52 members of Mobile Task Force NU7 Hammer Down in incident 29415 Bravo. Use extreme caution. Okay, something's up with my sound. I'm gonna do some testing here. Okay. That sounds normal again. Does it mean the music's back to normal now? Yeah, okay. I just restarted my my voice meter program. Something must have gone wrong there. Somehow. Use extreme caution. PC-006, Neutral Valley of the Striders, plant-based life form on the top of a mountain near Bogle Mountains. Entity resembles a tree with 3 canine faces, and it claims to be guide for whosoever may ask. Height and locations of its mountain makes access difficult. Locals assert that only one face tells the truth. PC-007, the Witch Queen of Bogle Mountain. Hey, Steph. I'm just kidding. Third level hostile. Location Bogle Mountain. Elders of PC-003 instances. Never leaves the castle on peak of Bogle Mountain. Known disdain for humans. Harsh temperament and reality-bending abilities. To speak negatively of PC-007 in the Great Desert or the Valley of the Striders will cause the speaker's flesh to petrify. PC-007 is one of the few entities in Kobenic known to eat. Striders have been known to collect wayward human subjects in stone baskets to feed PC-007. If captured for this purpose, it is crucial to cooperate and refrain from resistance. PC-007 has devoured 2 agents of MTF Omega-16. The digestive process of PC-007 takes 2 months, and both agents have healed, returning to duty after the defecation. The process has left both agents with deep psychological trauma. This would be understood as an accepted risk, and preferable to petrification or other Strider curses, which are incurable. Wow, Afro, hey, Steph, yeah. I mean, the moment I saw Witch Queen, I was like, Steph. But I'm also saying that because Steph hasn't answered my question, so I was looking if that might caught them off guard, but it didn't. PC-008, the Elephant King, active, the Marble Hall. Large humanoid entity with the features of an elephant, master of the Marble Hall. actively seeks human to live in its home. Reasons unclear, possibly predatory. But it logs PCS-12. PC-09, the cold-bound hare, active. The Great Desert, the Croaking Cave every year for 1 day. Is this like the bunny from Monty Python that stays in the cave and then kills everybody? An organic entity resembling an Arctic hare composed entirely of snow. About 4 times the size of a standard Arctic hare, but displays atypical behavior traits of non-anomalous members of the species. Migrates to the Croaking Cave every 365 days for a period of 24 hours before immediately exiting. Okay, never mind. Just a snow bunny. Made out of actual snow. PCO-10, the frogs that spit winter. Hostile, the Croaking Cave. Mechanical construct resembling stylized frogs, composed of tin, 1 meter in height. Releases a gaseous substance upon opening the mouth. Capable of freezing any substance to minus 20 degrees, minus 20 degrees Celsius. There we go. Produces a highly compressed soundbite of a bullfrog croak upon releasing substance. Actively releases substance upon leaving living organisms in cave interior, but are easily countered via physical contact. Seemingly unaffected by temperature of the Croaking Cave. PC-011, the Flame Bearer, 011, active, the Croaking Cave. Marsupial organisms resembling that of a Macrodubidae family. Okay. Macropodidae. Let's see here. Oh my god! Yeah, okay. Pouch seemingly contains an indeterminable amount of fire. That's why the Flame Bearer. Capable of taking out and holding said fire in one or both of its 4 powers. Highest recorded speed measures 90 kilometers per hour. Will stop and hold fire near any human it comes across. Fire. Cute. PCO-12 Father. Eliminated. The Greenleaf Wood. Distinguished from PCO-04 due to its deviation from established immunity to injury and death. Elderly Caucasian male with deteriorated anatomy. Indicative of infirmities expected for its perceived age. Ostensibly identical to PCO-04, bearing these deviations. PCO-013, the Wood Baron. Hostile southern part of Greenleaf Woods. Humanoid with luminescent multicolored eyes. Branches sprout from either side of its head and around its torso. Always sighted holding a lantern. Purpose unknown. Possesses the ability to manipulate the rate of plant growth and tropism. Ability used aggressively against creepasses. The frogs that spit winter. Now that'll be a sight to behold. It's also a very cool title for a book. The Flame Bearer and the frogs that spit winter. Yeah. PCO-14. Cloak Shroud. Unknown. The Black Temple. Quasi-humanoid entities stripped in dark cloaks. The facial features are consistently obscured. These creatures exhibit a lack of discernible physical legs while demonstrating levitation locomotion. They tend to move in groups of 3 and have not been subject to any attempted communication or contact thus far. Sounds like the mentors from Harry Potter. PCO-015 Jackal Hounds. Active. Hostile. The Dead Savannah. Large dog-like entities resembling tall black jackals similar to those depicted in ancient Egypt. Hell yeah. Initial behavior is similar to Canis lupus familiaris and involves following alongside humans who travel within the dead savanna. However, when dense floor is near, they enter a hostile herding behavior, wherein they call humans towards the dense floor. PC-016 entities hide within the dense floor and ambush humans, specifically targeting their limbs and dismembering them. PC-015 entities then fetch one of the limbs and run off with them to offer it to PC-017. PC-016 Lioness Serpents, hostile, the Dead Savannah. Female lion-like entities with bodies resembling that of a proportionally fitting snake to the upper torso and head of Lioness. PC-016 entities slither silently through the dense floor of the Dead Savannah and act as ambush predators preying on humans. PC-016 entities specifically target their prey limbs to dismember them while constricting the prey's body in place. PC-016 entities have venom that changes the way regeneration occurs in Kobenic. The healing process is affected in the limb injected with the venom. The healing process is affected in that limb that the limb injected with the venom is the part of the human that begins to regenerate the entire body. The healing process is affected in that the limb injected with the venom is the part of the human that begins to regenerate the entire. Okay. So if my arm gets bitten, the entire body gets regenerated from the arm. Gotcha. Simultaneously, the bulk of the body rapidly decays at the same rate and corresponding regenerating area from the limb. Thus, displacing the human who is aware and in pain during this process. Notably, PCO-16 entities do not consume their prey and have no reaction to the limbs being taken away by PCO-15 entities. PCO-16 entities cease hostility towards a human that no longer has any attached limbs. I knew it. The moment I read that, I was like, oh yeah, mechanics not go like that. PCO-17, Lion Mom, active the Dead Savannah. A singular entity resembling an albino male lion approximately 4 times larger than the average male Panthera leo. Its entire face is taken up by its mouth. It has no eyes, nose, or ears. Its skull houses only an oversized mouth and large white mane. This lack of sensory organs does not seem to impede PCO-17 in any way. PCO-17 wanders the dead savannah and will settle for variable periods of rest. It is only defensively hostile towards humans. It utilizes a sonic roar that knocks back and deafens humans who approach too close. Presumably, it would also claw and bite at any humans who still persist beyond the initial defense. PCO-15 entities will bring PCO-17 the limbs gathered from humans fallen prey to PCO-16 entities. These limbs are in the process of regenerating a full human while the rest of the human deteriorates. Once the human is at least 60% regenerated from said limb, PCO-17 will violently consume them. During this process, PCO-17 will leave one limb remaining so that it is able to repeat the process in an indeterminate amount of times. As there has been no storage of limbs found, it is presumed that PCO-17 eventually leaves the limbs to regenerate fully and perhaps allows the humans to leave the area. That was a long part of this, but there's more. MTF Omega-16 mission transcript. God, this is only 4K words, it feels longer. Its entire face is taken up by its mouth. It has no eyes. I think that sounds really cool, not gonna lie. Well, once the snake line bites you, you will be fed to this thing, so I'm not sure how cool it's gonna be once you have to be eaten by it multiple times. Interaction between MTF Omega-16 agents and aspects of Corbanic will be placed here as a cure. So PCS-12L1. Director, come in. We lost an agent. Which one? S-12-6. I understand. You were exploring the river Talk. Was she absorbed? Negative. A bunch of humans in royal clothes piled on her like wild animals and dragged her kicking and screaming into the marble hall, tearing her apart with their bare hands. Then she's captured. Not lost. Go find her. Director, this is the marble hall we're talking about. We've been hearing legends. They say it's dangerous. Copernic's dangerous all over. This is news. Retrieve her immediately. Dr. Edison hangs up. And this is like, that's my wife. It's like, wow, okay, so if it's your wife, we have to do everything in our power to get her. But if it's my husband, I can't even talk to her for 1 minute. Okay, sure. PCS-12L2. Hey, asshole. 06, what's your status? I was still in the marble hall. Oh yeah, totally. This place is freaking awesome. Have you been hypnotized? What do you think? You're obviously under the influence of a powerful mimetic. I'm drunk, you moron. There's a fountain of the best booze in the universe here. No exaggeration. O2 says you were being torn apart by people from the marble hall. How can you be so happy? O2 can come by too if he wants. It was real scary at first. They're trying to rip my skin open and use it as a hat, but then I saw that it happens to everyone here. The torturers and the torturers switch places all the time. It eventually everyone kills and eats and fucks each other. It's all one big joke, and I'm dying laughing. This is goddamn amazing. Just stay where you are, too. Is bringing in a squad to come and get you, alright? Yeah, Elephant King says hi. Also, eat a dick. 06 hangs up. Henderson is just like, yeah. We gotta get her back. She's part of the team. She's part of the team. She's part of the team. I have to get her back. PCS04L5. Director, come in. I'm here. Have you made it out of the Valley of the Striders? Negative. Thankfully, the Strider that took 09 seems to have lost interest in the rest of us. We're doing some investigation of the River Talk presently. Presently. There we go. Found some shallow areas, doing some digging through the silt and muddy gray liquid to see if we can find any additional wildlife or other objects of interest. O1 is signaling to me from one of the deeper areas. Perhaps she found something. That's what I'm thinking. She seems horrified too. What's not to be horrified about in this place? I'll get back to you if it's anything. Sounds good. 07 hangs up. PC S04L6. Director, did you find anything? Elderly human male was half buried under the silt. He's still alive. He's disoriented. We dragged him to the shore. His body is almost completely inundated inside and out with the gray slime. Is he in pain? Confirmed. He's trying to scream. Like I said, he's full of slime and vocalization won't be possible until all of it's out. Touching his skin feels like he's a cold water balloon. How long has he been buried underwater? Unknown, presumably a long time. What should we do with him moving forward? Get the slime out of him and see if he has any useful information. If he hasn't already gone insane from the torture, that is. Understood. Poor guy. 07 hangs up. PCS04L7. Fuck. Your status, 01? Fine. We're all fine. Just a little shook. Good. Were you able to learn anything? Yeah. You were right. Guy had been down there for a while. Can't remember his name. Can't remember who he was before he got here. Doesn't even think he's dead. Frankly, I'm amazed he still remembers how to talk. And did he convey any useful information? It's not just goop down there, Doc. There's a city, he says. At the bottom of this shitting sea, made of caverns and coals and bones and people. Dug into rock made from living bodies, people smushed together by tons of ooze like sand get smushed into sandstone. And the things that live down there are all teeth, things that would make an anglerfish scream. That's not even the worst of it, though. He kept repeating something about the Fisher King, a blue thing that floats down the half dead, waiting. Until suddenly it's on top of you, all teeth and tearing. Says it will eat you and never shit you out. Just jellify your soul and ooze you out through its pores. It's a damn god down there, and everything that moves brings its food. Honestly, I would be surprised if this whole sea used to be people before that thing got to them. Fascinating. And you're drawn to it when you see it. It's like you forget you exist. You just freeze up. Like everything you ever were is wiped clean and replaced with this looming dread. This intimate knowledge of the fact that you lost, and if there was ever a chance to redeem yourself, it's gone forever. And now whatever you was is destined to become a pile of scattered memories and rotten meat. And guess what it looks like, Doc? It's another fucking eel. Dr. Anderson hangs up. PC0707 L3. Director, come in now. I'll tell you what happened. I swear the frogs, they ganged up on me. PCO 10, I'm assuming? I probably have hypothermia or something. I can't move. Call the rest of the squadron. They'll come and get you. Hey, what the hell is that? Oh god, it's right on me. Oh, to report. It's some kind of kangaroo. What the fuck? Attempts to contact. O2 who to have a period of 2 minutes. O2, please, come in. I'm outside. Holy hell, I need to tell you the rest of the squad this. Jesus fuck, fire kangaroo. S07, O2 hangs up. To think that the husband had to go through all this just to get back to his wife. But in the same time, 005 is helping him out. Which, yeah. It's a shape-shifting spider. PC S07L4. Hey, sorry for the abrupt hang-up. Well, we don't pay you to be polite. We pay you to work efficiently. What did you see exactly? The kangaroo brought its fire out of its pouch and it held it for me. Yes, I matched the description for PC011. But listen, the kangaroo, I looked up at it. A flaming head. Its head was literally fire, yet I still felt protected. Interesting. I swear it fucking spoke to me too. It spoke to you. It didn't have a mouth, but I swear it said something, the fire will carry you home or something like that. Next thing I knew, I was back on my feet and outside the cave. Odd. We have to study PCO-11 further. Indeed. S0702 hangs up. The thing people do for love, the husband has my respect. Not gonna lie, fitting song for this SCP. I'm not sure if Here Without You is a fitting song for this one. Because at the end, there's quite a lot of people around. Oh, maybe like at the beginning, yeah. No, you're right. At the beginning, Janet was here without his baby. Without her baby. That's true. You're right. SO8L5. SO8... this is a whole different group, right? New location discovered, sir. What is the area to the west of the Croaking Cave? You sound shaken. What did you even find? I'll explain in a bit. The forest was unbelievably thick with trees. It seems like they don't die naturally to make room for the children, but they confined to a finished space. It made navigation difficult, but we eventually entered a central clearing and found something we didn't expect. Which was? Shit, Doc, I think we saw someone die. That's unprecedented. Was it one of your team? No, it was this old man in the middle of a clearing. He was on top of this stone structure that looked like a bed, and you could... Yeah, he was in pain. We approached cautiously, and he spoke to us, called us by our names, and told us to come closer. Did you? Yeah, well, my team and I discussed it afterwards, and we agreed it wasn't a compulsion effect or anything. It just felt wrong to leave him there. We circled around the stone bed and he took my hand in his and looked up at me. I saw tears in his eyes as he told me about his kids and how they all grown up and how he was proud of them for the people they could become. Did he give any names for his children? No names, but you could picture them all just fine, based on how he described them. After that, he paused for a moment to collect himself and then told us that he invited them all to this clearing today, but none of them had come. He asked if we had seen them, and we looked at each other and shook our heads. He smiled at that and said they must have all been busy. That he understood. After that, he closed his eyes and started to cough real bad. A medic, SO8-3, tried to help him, but the poor guy just kept getting worse and worse. Eventually, he lay still and opened his eyes one last time, looked up at all of us and said, "Thank you." Did the entity expire afterwards? Yes. He expired. Was there any other anomalous activity in the area? Not that we saw, no. Listen, Doc, I've got a kid on the other side. Been a while since I talked to him since he lives with his mom now. How long do you think this mission will take? We have no projected date until we can locate EC-001. Did anything in the forested area aid you in that mission? No, I guess not. It was just some old man dying. Be on the lookout for similar anomalies. Finding how he differs from other humans will certainly accelerate the hunt for PC-001. SO8-1 hangs up. That sounds like a lie, to be honest. PCS-15L6. Okay. Hello, Doc. Hello? Doc? I'm here. Okay, what's your status? We followed our course towards south of the Green Leaf Woods. We just sensed wind. Surprising. Initial reports said there's no wind in -C. Now return to the initial course. We can't. We already heading towards there half an hour. For half an hour. What? Can you tell me this now? Yes, we just... It's a property interrupter. What is that? 3. Report. Doc, there's something in the trees. Humanoid. Glowing. What do you call it? Eyes. With oh no. Branches on its head. Seems to be carrying a lantern. Has it seen you? Has it seen you? Negative. Oh fuck. Yes, it just fucking saw us. Is it hostile? Sounds of running and rustling. Affirmative. You can fucking control the trees. Heck, we're being chased by fucking rapidly growing roots and branches. Run, 03! S1503 hangs up. And then we got one last thing. System compromised. Error. Hello again. I see you've been telling more lies. Isn't procedure 42 humbaba such a lovely way of saying murder? And you know what? You sent an army into hell to find me, then you lied to them? Told them the extraction procedure was real? I almost feel sorry. Forget what's coming. Enjoy what's left. Dr. Janet Spiegel, signing off. 353331 Hell yeah. Janet won. She won. You screwed. You screw Foundation. You messed with the wrong woman. You messed with the wrong woman. All she wanted was to talk to her husband, and you didn't allow her. Now you got shit to deal with. And Janet wins. That SCP took me an hour to read. And this was supposed to be a 15k reading, so either all the other next SCPs are really, really short, or I spend too much time talking shit with you guys at the beginning with like the whole like pimp discussion. But hey, the notes from the under, that was actually really fun. I really like that. That was a cool concept, cool environment, cool character. I love Janet. This stream here stands Janet. We support Janet. We stand by her.